Hi everyone! I know you know what we're going to do, and we're going to tackle our infomercial today, which talks about the late Middle Ages in Western Europe during the 13th and 16th century. First things first, did you know that some of the medicine in the Middle Ages has its roots in pagan and folk practices? Well, as I will define, paganism is a term that early Christians originally used in the 4th century to describe those who worship polytheism or ethnic religion other than Christianity throughout the Roman Empire. And polytheism is the belief in multiple deities, which are usually assembled into a pantheon of gods and goddesses along with their own religious texts and rituals. Polytheism is a type of theism. Theism is broadly defined as the belief in the existence of at least one deity, also deism, monotheism, genotheism, and atheism. And according to their traditional medicine, also known as folk medicine, it comprises medical aspects of traditional knowledge that develop over generations within the folk beliefs of various societies. Additionally, the practices adopted by the Christian medical practitioners around the 2nd century CE and their attitudes towards pagan and folk traditions reflected an understanding of these practices, especially humoralism and herbalism. Humor is an old belief that balance was the source of health among the physiological fluids known as humors. It was believed that illness developed when there was an imbalance between the humors. And of course, herbal medicine, also called as herbalism, phytomedicine or phytotherapy, is the study of the pharmacognosy and the use of medical plants, which are a basis of traditional medicine. And did you know that monasteries later become centers of medical practice in the Middle Ages and carried on the tradition of maintaining medical gardens? One example of a medieval doctor is Hildegard of Bingen. Even being trained in traditional Greek medicine, used folk medicine remedies, Hildegard's convent elected her as a magistra, a mother superior in 1136, and she founded the monasteries of Rupertsberg in 1150 and Ebingen in 1165. And of course, the monasteries, the most well-known preserver of texts would be them. The monks were able to copy and revise any medical text that they were able to obtain. The Middle Ages brought a new way of thinking and a lesson on the taboo of dissection. Dissection for medical purposes became more prominent around 1299. The Italians were practicing anatomical dissection, and the first record of an autopsy dates from 1286. Roger Frugardi of Parma composed his treatise on surgery and who wrote a work on medicine entitled Practica Chirurgiae, the practice of surgery, around 1180. And between 1350 and 1365, Theodoric Borgognoni produced a systematic 4-volume treatise on surgery, the Chirurgia. And Guy de Chauliac's Chirurgia was the first book on surgery to bring to bear a substantial medical background. And by 1500s, the Chirurgia Magna, the original text is in the Latin and comprises 465 pages. This work became one of the most important reference manuals of practical medicine for the next 3 centuries. And throughout the Middle Ages, the disciplines of medicine and surgery had evolved almost independently of one another. Physicians were regarded as serving the general health of the patient, tending to his diet and the illnesses of his internal systems. Surgeons were considered to deal with external matters from amputating a limb to cutting hair. In the early 13th century, surgical literature began to emerge as surgeons sought to emulate their medical colleagues and raise their profession to one of comparable esteem. And we've come to the end of our discussion. I know there's a lot to remember about the late Middle Ages in Western Europe, but know that they contributed a lot in the field of medicine. I hope you all learned something. I am Jessica May GOBASCO. Thank you for listening, Studentistas. Bye!